Welcome back, Cinephiles, to another video. I'm Robbie.
I'm Jeremy.
And Blade Runner 2049 is out later this week, so we decided to go back and rewatch the original film, back from 1982. Here we go.
Hear the music. Bond. James Bond.
Here's Johnny. Chewie, we're home.
I need your deck. This is a bad one, the worst yet. There was an escape from the off-world colonies 2 weeks ago. 6 replicants, 3 male, 3 female.
Blade Runner was released in 1982 and is directed by Ridley Scott, stars Harrison Ford.
Yeah, so the plot's basically revolves around Harrison Ford. He's a Blade Runner, which is basically someone who retires replicants. And it's set in 2019 in futuristic LA.
2 years from now.
Yeah, way too futuristic for us. But you know, who knows what they were thinking back in the 80s. But it's basically Harrison Ford's character has to exterminate or retire these 6 replicants that have escaped from an off-world colony. He's recruited by his old workforce, essentially, and he's the best in the business at retiring these replicants, and he has to go do it for them. Yeah. It's a pretty intense movie. Like, it's raining all the time, which is what I noticed about it, which I wasn't a huge fan because it just kind of annoyed me at times. The music was a little bit choppy at bits, which I didn't really like. The close-up on the faces were a little bit too much as well, and for some reason everyone was always sweating, like profusely from the face.
I think it just rained on them.
Oh, but even in the dry scenes when they've been indoors for ages, it's just so much sweat. I don't know, what did you think of it?
I mean, I know that on its initial release it didn't do well, and it's through DVD and you know, playback over time that it's gained its praise. Look, honestly, the first time I saw it, because I had to watch it a while back at uni when I was studying film, and we watched it then, and I was excited to see it because I liked Ridley Scott, and I wasn't a fan of it at the time. I appreciated it definitely as a work of, as a film, but I didn't get much enjoyment out of it. But kind of like the way the film was treated by the public over time, after having watched it 4 or 5 times now, I think I've watched it about that now. I still don't love it, but I do really like it. I really enjoy it. It's definitely the most visionary out of all Ridley Scott's films. He's definitely a very visual director, and you can see that in Blade Runner. Everything has a very distinct look, very futuristic, very sci-fi. He concentrates a lot on atmosphere, which he does in a lot of other movies, but this one in particular.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, you know, the rain, which was bugging you a bit. It didn't, but I liked it. It gave it mood. Kind of like the way in Seven. For those of you who've seen Seven, I love Seven because of how they make the city look. It's always dark and grimy and dirty, and I'm pretty sure it's nearly always raining in that movie as well. At least it feels like it is. And I love the atmosphere in this film. It's very
surreal, eerie.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like a fantasy almost.
Yeah.
Which I guess science fiction kind of is a sort of fantasy. But I think what trips a lot of people up is that maybe because it's called Blade Runner, I'm not sure, people are expecting more of an action film, and it's not an action film. It's very, very slow developing, and you just have to stay with it. And I think if you do, it does pay off in the end. The finale is fantastic.
Yeah, like you said earlier, I don't enjoy the film because it's not as entertaining as I thought. I went in with pretty high hopes because everyone said it was magnificent, so maybe that was what let it down a little bit for me. But
sorry, just before we continue as well, just for those of you who are fans of Blade Runner, we are basing our review on the director's cut. That's the one we watched.
Yeah, 1992 director's cut.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
So I feel like that had a big impact on me. I do have a very high appreciation for film. I understand everything. I haven't read Do Androids Sleep with Electric Sheep, but I have a very good understanding of the writing behind it. And if anyone's played the Fallout games, they're also based on that book as well. And I love those games, so I've got that sort of appreciation in the general sense as well.
Yeah.
But the finale, you're right. The last 30 to 35 minutes were phenomenal. I loved it. I was so engaged. And the chase scene and the monologuing is just awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, like the audio to visual sort of syncing wasn't perfect. There were bits, the music was a bit, it would spike at some points.
Yeah, I forgive it for that purely because I know the behind the scenes stuff, and it had a very troubled production, which is why it's had so many different cuts now.
Yeah.
Except the final cut's like the 5th version or something like that. But I get it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford was fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And the villain, I can't remember the actor's name, but the main villain in it was very good. All the actors were great.
It was good. The ending was really good. I love when movies give you an ending that you kind of have to figure out yourself.
It's if one of those endings was up to the audience to interpret.
Yeah. Overall, it was I wouldn't say it's a bad film. That could just be sort of my younger generation saying that I don't like older films, but it's good. It's worth the watch.
Yeah, it's just not your kind of movie.
I can see why people love it so much. I just didn't enjoy it because it's just not something I enjoy watching.
Yeah. What do you rate it?
I'll give it 2.5 stars.
2.5?
50-50, yeah.
Like I said, I don't love it, but I definitely appreciate it. I really like it. I'm going to go 4 stars.
Cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. That's it for today. Those are our thoughts on the 1992 director's cut of Blade Runner. What are yours? Leave us some comments below. Also hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. We've got some more content coming out over the next few weeks. My name's Jeremy.
And I'm Robbie.
And we'll see you at the movies.